Hope you guys are as excited as I am about this environment. We got our 2 tickets we're giving away here for signs. I'm expecting some people in this group to be holding their signs up. Should be a lot of fun. We had our third down red area day. Practiced inside today because of the smoke. But it was good. It allowed us to get a little bit better crowd noise for some of our defensive stuff. It's hard to, when our stadium is as crazy as it can be, right? It's hard to communicate on that side of the ball when you're out there. So creating that environment right now for our players is really, really important. But plenty to clean up. Excited about the direction we're headed. Excited to play a good team.
It's dry now, but the forecast looked like it might be wet on Saturday. Have you guys done anything to prepare?
Yeah, we prepped for that. We're prepared for that. We'll see how it plays out. You know, we don't control the weather, but we're prepared for it.
What do you do to prepare for that?
Just a lot of things. I mean, wet ball drills, right? You're going to spray the ball with water a lot. You know, we practice that. I mean, that's one of the biggest things. Obviously, you game plan for it.
TJ Bass has earned 2 weeks in a row. What's the qualities that made him stand out among all the others, and has he improved significantly from the beginning of the season?
I think really on the entire front, those guys have performed at a really high level. I know TJ's got some recognition, but I think he'd be the first one to tell you that that's credit to not just him. It's credit to the backs. It's credit to that whole position group doing a good job. You know, he plays with a physical dominance. He's a elite competitor, and I think he's done a good job finishing on the edge.
As far as outside noise goes, this is probably the biggest game you guys have had since the Georgia game. What do you guys think you learned during that process, preparing for that game, that's kind of helped you better prepare for this game?
Yeah, you know, again, play the game, not the moment, and I think our guys are more dialed in that. Really not concerned about all the other pieces.
How does the actual requirement to be on air Saturday morning, I think at 6:30 in the morning or something, how does that actually change your game day morning?
Not a ton. Yeah, no, not a ton. I mean, we have a staff meeting that morning, but that doesn't affect us that much.
You're clearly exploring a lot of options at punter. Does somebody have the edge right now going into the weekend?
We're to continue to compete. Yeah.
What's your sense of the UCLA secondary, I guess? What are their strengths and weaknesses?
You know, they've done a good job. I think they play really good defense. They're sound. You can tell they're well coached. They play a variety of coverages. You know, they're going to play a little bit more zone than some of the teams that we've played. Which means they have good vision break on the ball. And usually when you play more zone, it's going to create more opportunities for interceptions. There's also holes in that zone, but they're really well coached, and that shows up.
It's going to be the last time you play UCLA, at least on an on-campus deal, and a ton of in the big picture, probably for quite a long time. And obviously LA is pretty important in the recruiting realm. I know you guys got recruits from Southern California coming in this weekend. What does Los Angeles mean in the bigger picture for recruiting, for talent acquisition?
Yeah, we're always going to recruit the best, and there's a lot of great players in the LA area, California area. We're always going to make sure that we're recruiting them.
You've had a lot of time to prepare for this game with the bye week. If you could pick one thing on offense and one thing on defense that you're really focused on these next 2 days to help prepare you for Saturday, what would those things be?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, ultimately on defense, we really want to stand out on third down and do a better job there on third down. I think that's important for us. So it'll be a tough, challenging game because they're one of the best in the nation at it. You know, offensively, I think, you know, being able to handle, we've had a lot of pre-snap penalties that we want to avoid. You know, being able to do a better job there on that end and then finishing in the red area, I think is really big.
How important? You talked about how the energy was definitely up at practice, and the energy is, like you said, we have to keep ourselves level-headed and not allow those slip-ups at practice. How do you go about managing their energy and just although it is an exciting game, just keeping your players level-headed?
Yeah, I mean, these are games that doesn't take a lot of pep talks, right? Guys are excited. We all recognize the moment here. Guys want to play at a high level, but it's also keeping that energy directed, right? And that's what it's about is one play focus.
How important is it to make big plays first and second down defense like we were talking about for third? Because they're pretty good at converting third down. It's probably a lot easier 3rd and 3 than 3rd and 9.
That's the big thing you'll notice when you watch them play is they're not playing a lot of 3rd and 12s, 3rd and 10s, 3rd and 8s. They're 3rd and medium or 3rd and short because of the way they play. And it's exactly what you said. It's about winning first and second down to create those opportunities.
What have you seen from DTR that makes him so effective on first downs? I'm forgetting the numbers, but his stats have been really good on first downs this year.
Yeah, high percentage passes. I mean, he's completing the ball well. And then when they run the ball, obviously he's a threat to run it. So when you don't turn it over, that's a big piece. And they've done a good job in that category, especially since early in the season. They've really been better and better as the season's gone on.
How would you assess your coverage so far just in games this season at the midway point?
Oh, good at times, bad at times. I think we can be improved. So we got to get better there.